Adolf Hitler was born in Austria in 1889, in the small town of Braunau am Inn. His family moved frequently during his childhood, which made it difficult for him to form lasting friendships. His father, Alois, was a strict customs official, known for his authoritarian demeanor. Hitler's relationship with his father was strained, often marked by conflict and misunderstanding. He was close to his mother, Clara, who provided him with emotional support. But she died when he was a teenager, leaving him devastated. Hitler was an average student in school, showing neither exceptional talent nor interest in most subjects. He excelled in a few subjects, particularly in art and history, but showed little interest in others, often clashing with his teachers. He dropped out of school at 16 and dreamed of becoming an artist, envisioning a future filled with creativity and recognition. He applied to the Vienna Academy of Fine Arts but was rejected twice, a blow that deeply affected his self-esteem. This rejection fueled his resentment and shaped his worldview, making him increasingly bitter and disillusioned. Frustrated and unemployed, Hitler drifted in Vienna, struggling to find his place in a rapidly changing world. He became exposed to extreme nationalist and anti-Semitic ideas, which began to influence his thinking. He lived in poverty and sold postcards to survive, barely making ends meet. This period deepened his anger towards the political establishment and societal inequalities, which he felt were responsible for his plight. Hitler's experiences in Vienna solidified his prejudices and shaped his radical ideology as he absorbed the toxic rhetoric around him. He developed a deep hatred for Jews and Marxists, whom he blamed for many of society's problems. He blamed them for Germany's economic woes and social problems, seeing them as scapegoats for his own failures. This period was crucial in transforming him into a bitter and vengeful young man, setting the stage for his future rise to power. In 1913, Hitler moved to Munich, Germany, a city that would become central to his future ambitions. He was eager to escape his life in Vienna, where he had faced numerous personal and professional failures. The outbreak of World War I in 1914 provided him with a sense of purpose and belonging that he had long sought. He volunteered for the German army and served with distinction on the Western Front, finding camaraderie and a cause to fight for. Hitler embraced his role as a soldier, relishing the discipline and structure of military life. He was awarded the Iron Cross for bravery, a recognition that bolstered his sense of self-worth. He saw the war as a test of German strength and resolve, a crucible that would forge a new, stronger nation. The defeat of Germany in 1918 shattered his world, leaving him disillusioned and angry. He considered the armistice a betrayal by the government and civilian leaders, whom he believed had stabbed the nation in the back. The war's end left Hitler directionless and bitter, struggling to find a new path in a defeated nation. He returned to Munich, a city in political turmoil where various factions vied for control. Germany was in economic ruin and facing social unrest, with inflation and unemployment soaring. He blamed the Weimar Republic, Germany's new democratic government, for the country's humiliation and suffering. This resentment fueled his growing political ambitions, setting the stage for his rise to power. In 1919, Hitler joined the German Workers' Party, a small group with nationalist and anti-Semitic views. He quickly rose through the ranks, becoming a powerful speaker at rallies. He captivated audiences with his charisma and fiery rhetoric. His speeches exploited the anxieties and frustrations of post-war Germany. The party, renamed the National Socialist German Workers' Party or Nazi Party, attracted disillusioned veterans and those who yearned for a return to German greatness. Hitler's message resonated with those who felt betrayed by the government and yearned for a strong leader. In 1923, convinced of his destiny, Hitler attempted to seize power in Bavaria. The Beer Hall Putsch, as it became known, was a poorly planned coup attempt. It failed, resulting in Hitler's arrest and imprisonment. Though a failure, the event gave him national notoriety. During his time in prison, Hitler wrote Mein Kampf, My Struggle, a book that would become infamous. This book outlined his radical political ideology and his grandiose plans for Germany's future. It became the blueprint for the Nazi Party's future, laying the foundation for their rise to power. In Mein Kampf, Hitler called for the expansion of German territory, the purification of the German race, and the elimination of Jews, which would later lead to horrific consequences. Released from prison in 1924, Hitler wasted no time in rebuilding the Nazi Party, determined to achieve his vision. He skillfully exploited the Great Depression, which had devastated Germany, to his advantage. The economic crisis of the early 1930s led to widespread unemployment and social unrest, creating fertile ground for extremist ideas. Germans, desperate for change and stability, were drawn to Hitler's promises of national revival and economic recovery. The Nazi Party grew rapidly, gaining seats in the German parliament and becoming a significant political force. Hitler, with his powerful speeches and promises of a return to glory, became a beacon of hope for many disillusioned Germans. By 1933, the Nazis were the largest party in the Reichstag, Germany's parliament, solidifying their influence. In January 1933, President Paul von Hindenburg, under immense pressure, appointed Hitler as Chancellor of Germany, marking the beginning of a dark chapter in history.